tuples. So, what's a string? A string is an ordered sequence of characters. Wouldn't it be nice if we could generalize the idea of a string to an ordered sequence of elements, but where those elements could be arbitrary things? They don't just have to be characters, they could be words, they could be numbers, they could be potentially even other structures. So, we'd like to do that where we can have that kind of ordered sequence, and the elements can be, as we just said, more than just characters. So let's look at that. And we're going to go over here and take a little version of that inside of idle. And in particular, let's create something like, I'm going to say tuple 1 is going to be the numeral 1, the string 2, and the numeral 3. And notice the syntax we use here. The syntax is an open paren, a closed paren, and a sequence of elements separated by commas. Now, if I want to see what the value of T1 is, I can print it out. I could actually just ask for T1 since I'm talking to the idle shell. And you see it gives me back exactly that string. I could make more complicated things. I could say I want T2 to be the tuple whose first element is T1 and whose second element is the string 4. Okay. What does that look like? Well, let's look at what T2 prints out as. This is a little different. And that's actually going to be a value to us, all right? So if I think about it, T2 I said was going to be a tuple of 2 elements, and the first of them happens to itself be a tuple. So in fact, T2 has the form of a tuple as its first element, followed by a string as its second element. So there is the first element, there is the second element. And that's nice because it says the elements of a tuple can themselves be tuples, which could have inside of them, of course, other tuples. And we've now got an ability to start putting together more complicated kinds of things, which is great.